I thought that when the time came, our first Borderlands related episode was going to be covering either Borderlands 3 or the upcoming Tiny Tina's Wonderlands. But nope, a very unlikely hero has stepped forward to don the platinum armor and storm the keep. Tiny Tina's Assault on Dragon Keep has been re-released as a standalone game to get excited about Tiny Tina's Wonderlands coming out in early 2022. It is, in my humble opinion, the best Borderlands DLC in the entire series, and now it's been given way more trophies and even its own platinum trophy. The Vault Hunter gang is playing a nice game of Dungeons and Dragons, I mean bunkers and badasses, with the rambunctious Tiny Tina acting as the bunker master. She has quite the tale for you to roleplay through, and it's infused with the signature Borderlands humor and gameplay. Honestly, this is one of the best DLCs of all time, right up there with the greats like The Ballad of Gay Tony, Undead Nightmare, Left Behind from The Last of Us, Far Cry Blood Dragon, and many more. I will gladly play this meaty expansion again, especially if it's offering up a platinum trophy. Time to roll some D20s, trophy hunters, and check initiative so we can loot and plunder this surprise release. This is Platinum Hunters, the show where we take a look at everything it takes to get the platinum trophy and whether it's worth the effort to achieve it. This will be the last Platinum Hunters episode of 2021, with more episodes to come in the new year, so if you want to keep informed on when I come back with more trophy guide videos just like this one, you definitely gotta subscribe to the channel. I've got plenty of games to cover in 2022. Plenty! So you might just find your next platinum trophy. We are going to start this assault on Platinum Keep by breaking down the best way to tackle this trophy run. First, start by playing through Tiny Tina's D&D campaign through to the end, also slashing off as many side quest trophies as you can. Then you'll do it all again in true Vault Hunter mode, which is the game's New Game Plus mode that is much harder. The second campaign is to get your Dungeon Hunter to level 35, then finish the rest of the side quests, which are all quite awesome callbacks to pop culture touchstones like Game of Thrones, Lord of the Rings, Dark Souls, and more. There are a ton of other miscellaneous trophies to grab along the way, and this guide is going to cover each and every one of them. Now, 9 of these trophies in this trophy guide are taken straight from the Borderlands 2 DLC trophy set on PS3 and PS4, so you can actually use this guide to help you if you're playing that version of this content instead. I'll pop a Borderlands 2 icon on the top right part of the screen when one of the trophies that crosses over are being covered. And of course, more helpful guides are in the description below to assist you. Let's start with the story trophies, in which there are 3 unmissable trophies that will be unlocked just for completing the main campaign. You will make your character sheet picking between the 6 classes found in Borderlands 2, and then you will roleplay through this excellently crafted tale. Most of the footage you'll see is split screen co-op, as I play Borderlands games with my partner. These games are made for co-op, and if you have a player 2 on the real or virtual couch, it's the best way to play these games. Now, I mentioned you'll have to do another playthrough of the game on True Vault Hunter mode. There's no trophy for completing it, but you absolutely need to play through it until you get to the trophy capped out for now for reaching level 35. My first playthrough got me to level 18, and then my True Vault Hunter run leveled me to about 31. So even after a full second playthrough, you will still have to do some level grinding to get the trophy. The best place to finish leveling your class is in the Murderlin's temple, and we'll talk about that place more later in the guide. You will also get these 3 level trophies on screen now as you go. On top of leveling up one character to level 35, you will need to use each class to collect the 6 class-specific action skill trophies on screen now. Each class has a trophy dedicated to their action skill, which is your L1 ability. Getting the 100 kills for Axton, Gage, and Krieg will just come down to playing as them and grinding them out. Same with Maya, except instead of kills, you just have to hit the enemy with your phase lock ability. Zero and Salvador's trophies are more complicated than that. For Zero and the Unseen Predator trophy, you will need a skill called Many Must Fall, which will allow Zero's decoy cloaking ability to go past the first decoy's duration of 5 seconds. The sour part is that you'll have to level up the assassin to at least level 15 before you can get this skill. So once you have that skill, you need to plant the first decoy, kill the enemy, which will reset the timer, and then repeat this process until you have stayed in deception mode for at least 10 seconds. You'll have to pick an area with a bunch of enemies close to each other to pull this off. The So Much Blood trophy with the Gunzerker was definitely the most annoying one of the 6. I had to level up Salvador to at least level 20 and find some decent guns that were going to quickly one-shot enemies, plus a magic missile grenade mod to keep the Gunzerk from fizzling out. You need to keep this Gunzerk ability up for 90 seconds or more, and the 2 perks that you're going to need to invest in and max out is the Last Longer and Yippee-Ki-Yay perks. Last Longer will add 15 more seconds to your Gunzerk, and Yippee-Ki-Yay will add 3 seconds to your time for every kill you get. So between all these factors, I was able to pull this off at the beginning of the Mines of Avarice between the initial wave of enemies and the Orc Camp enemies. But you need to take out these enemies pretty quickly and not spend too much time trying to take out a single enemy. The Magic Missile Grenade mod definitely came in handy here, as I was able to get enemies from afar and make sure that my timer didn't run out prematurely. For both Zero and Salvador, I used the second account and the Murderlin Arena Challenge to power level both classes so I can get the necessary perks much faster. Since you only need to use these abilities once, just power level the Assassin and the Gunzerker classes to where they need to be, and then get the rest of the stuff I mentioned earlier to make these 2 trophies happen. And while you're playing co-op, make sure you get the Friendship Rules trophy for reviving your comrade when they have fallen and are fighting for their life. The caveat here is that your partner needs to be on your friends list, so you just have to make sure that your buddy or alt account is added to your friends list, or the trophy won't pop when you revive them. One other thing you need to take note of is your badass rank. When you complete the challenges that are listed in that part of the menu, you will receive a token that you can spend to universally augment your stats, like increasing shield capacity, gun damage, elemental effect damage, and a host of other augments. After you spend 25 of these tokens, you will be awarded the Token Gesture trophy. This will happen pretty early in your adventure, but don't stop spending those tokens as they help make you significantly stronger. Now I want to focus on the challenges themselves, as they are extremely important for the Challenge Accepted trophy. The trophy's description is very poorly worded, but essentially you just need to complete every challenge in this list to at least the end of level 1. So that means that if you're looking at the challenge and there is a 2 or more beside it, you are good for that specific challenge and don't have to focus on upgrading it further. Also, there are some one and done challenges like finding the Cult of the Vault symbols, but those don't count towards the trophy, so don't bother with them. You only need to focus on the challenges that go up to level 5, and they at least need to have the first level completed. Some of these challenges are incredibly easy to do through regular play, but some of them require the right equipment like a certain shield or an elemental weapon type for them to be done. The ones that are a pain to try and unlock are the ones that remain undiscovered until you get to level 5 on certain other challenges, like for example the Open Wide challenge in the shotgun category or the Splish Splash challenge in the rocket launcher category. This trophy can be pretty grindy, so I'm letting you know about it pretty early in this guide so you can massage some of these more grindy challenges into your regular playthrough. It's better to tackle them as you go as opposed to tracking down the necessary loot later on. I always include a trophy guide from another source in the description below, and inside of that source, there is a complete list of the challenges and what you need to do to beat them. So once you've gotten at least level 2 on all those challenges, this trophy will be yours. Now there are a bunch of side quest trophies and Easter egg trophies that you can find in the areas you visit. Each level is great and has some very thematic Easter eggs, usually tied to the side quests themselves. In the end, you will need to complete all the side quests to unlock the Did It All trophy. There are 29 of them in total, and you have to complete them on either normal mode or true Vault Hunter mode. You can't mix and match. It has to be all 29 on one of these 2 playthroughs. Let's hop into the Immortal Woods first, so we can get our very first one called They Was All, Hey, That's Mine. Immortal Skeletaurs, who can't be killed until you pull out the sword that's lodged into their bodies. To get this trophy, you have to find 5 of these guys and pull out the swords. This trophy is not cumulative, however, and you need to do all 5 before you leave the area. There are other areas where these enemies spawn, but you are guaranteed to get this trophy during the 4 Kings boss fight, as many Skeletaurs are gonna try and clap you. Also, by the time you reach this area, or the next area called the Mines of Avarice, you will most likely get the How Do I Look trophy for unlocking 10 customization items. These are the head and paint scheme customization that you can pick up over the course of your campaign, and you just have to go into your inventory and click on them. After 10 are unlocked, the trophy will be yours. You will touch down in the town of Flame Rock Refuge from time to time to turn in side quests and buy some things. Head over and see our buddy Crazy Earl so you can get the Better Than Money trophy. What you want? You will need to spend your excess iridium on 5 ammo capacity upgrades to pop this trophy, and in general, having more bullets at your disposal is always a good thing. You also need iridium to fire the Loot Catapult, or the Lootapult, and get the trophy Let There Be Loot. It's found just right of when you arrive in town, and when you spend iridium on it, the Lootapult will rain down really good loot. I found this was always the best way to upgrade my guns to match my current level. There is also another Lootapult in the Mines of Avarice, right beside where Claptrap, gives you side quests. If you got excess iridium, this is the best way to spend it. It's also the best way to help you get the Decked Out trophy for being dressed up in all purple rarity gear or higher. Make sure that your drip is regal at either purple or orange rarity, including your 4 guns, shield, grenade mod, class mod, and relic. The relic is probably the most difficult to find, and the Lootapult can help you find it once you're at a high enough level. Now we'll embark again and head to the area known as Hatred Shadow, and after you fight through the beginning orc village, you can get the trophy It's Like That One video. On the right part of the map beside the cliffside, you will find a campfire with a wall covered with the darkness. The wall has some eyes and it's looking menacing. So gun down this adversary and get the trophy. This is a nice, very easy Easter egg trophy. Now inside the Lair of Infinite Agony, there are also 2 very easy side quest trophies, and I mean very easy trophies. In fact, the first one is called Well, That Was Easy. All you have to do is shoot this guy in the face. Not the chest, not the arm, not the leg, but he's asking you to shoot him in the face. Just give him what he wants and get the trophy. The next trophy is also very easy, but be careful here because this trophy is missable if you screw it up. For the trophy, you will approach this NPC for a side quest and then have the option to buy a mysterious amulet or punch him. If you punch the NPC, congrats! You get nothing and you miss the trophy. You'll have to do a whole nother playthrough if you punch the NPC. The right action is to buy the amulet to get the trophy. Don't feel bad if you didn't know about this before doing this quest, because the whole reason my Borderlands 2 trophy progress is 99% is because of this trophy, and I'm very lazy to do another run of the DLC. Another issue that sometimes you have to wait for the quest to appear. It appeared right away on my first run, but on my True Vault Hunter run it didn't appear until after I finished the main story. It seems like the quest appears randomly. If you did slog this merchant, there is one other way you can get the trophy. You'll have to have another player give you the amulet and then wear it and the trophy is yours. Anybody want to help me out with my 99% problem? RNG also plagues this next trophy, but to a much heavier degree. I got lucky and got it in the Lair of Infinite Agony on my True Vault Hunter playthrough. The trophy, Cute Loot, is for finding and defeating a chubby skeleton, and the enemy appears completely at random. This sucks, because I know there are going to be some players that are going to complete all 2 playthroughs of this game and side quests, or maybe even get every other trophy and still not find this. If you're one of those players, I'm sorry. You will need to keep running around the levels where skeletons spawn and hope he appears. I think this is the worst RNG trophy we have covered on Platinum Hunters so far. You might get him 3 or 4 times over your journey, or you might pour hours upon hours into looking for him. I hope the latter is not the fate of any of my viewers. We have 4 more trophies to cover, and they all happen after you've beaten the game once. But first, if you've made it this far into the Platinum Hunters D&D campaign, drop a like on this video and let me know you've made it this far. The likes will help me get the best loot to fight the vexed Elder Dragon, known in legends and lore as the YouTube algorithm. After you complete the last boss, go back to Flame Rock Refuge and get the Girls Gotta Eat trophy by feeding Butt Stallion 3 times. Butt Stallion, that never gets old. Anyways, now that Butt Stallion is here, you will feed her Iridium and she will, gift you a gun. Feed her 3 times in a single visit to poop this trophy. I mean pop this trophy. Also, once you finish the campaign, you'll get access to Murderlin's temple through a gate from Flame Rock Refuge. Murderlin's temple is essentially a horde mode arena and the place you can get the "Dang girl, you ace at this game" trophy. You need to beat the final round of this arena to obtain the trophy, which is the Badass round. It's the 6th one, so that means you'll have to complete 5 more before that. As I mentioned before, this is a great way to level up your character sheet, and you will need this arena to get to level 35 quickly. Also, fighting with a buddy is not a bad idea, because even if they die while fighting, they can still assist you from the balcony area by throwing grenades and using their action skill ability. The very last side quest to do is the raid boss against the Ancient Dragons of Destruction. This will get you the trophy, Make It Raid. There are 4 incredibly tough dragons to fight, and they are this DLC's General Cromarax / Terramorphous style boss. If you decide to level up to the max of 35 and then defeat the quest on normal mode, you're gonna mop the floor with these dragons. I'm not gonna lie. However, the loot you get afterwards is not going to be any use to you because it's gonna be too low level. So if you do it legit and fight the dragons on relatively equal level, make sure you go for the blue dragon first, named Helianth, because he will heal the other dragons. Then take out Boost as he applies Slag to you, which will make you take more damage. Then it will be easier to take on the other dragons, but I recommend taking out Incinerator if you're fighting this raid slightly underleveled. He's got a one-shot attack, so you need to look out for that. After taking down the Ancient Dragons, it's time for your ultimate reward. You will gain a ton of Iridium after besting the beasts, and then you can spend it on all of these dice roll loot chests. There are so many of these, and the opportunity to get the amazing loot is certainly here. It's also the perfect opportunity to get the trophy, Keep Rollin', Rollin', Rollin'. Damn, I don't know about you guys, but this trophy reference is giving me dad vibes. But anyways, for this trophy, you need to roll either a 20, which is what you want to roll every time you open one of these chests, or a 1, which is like opening it and receiving a wet fart. Like the nature of a D20, it's completely random as to what you will roll, but if you didn't roll either of these numbers during the campaign, you will definitely get it here with the sheer amount of chests you will be opening. And spending some iridium with each open chest gives you a second roll, so it's only a matter of time before you land on a 20. And with that lucky roll of the die, you are granted initiative to have that trophy. That's in fact the last one for this Bunkers and Badasses campaign. You will have slain many orcs, skeletons, wizards, dragons, and even pwned some new players. You have also collected a lot of trophies along your long and winding journey, so if you have looted them all, congratulations! You will be awarded the Dragon Keep Assaulted Platinum Trophy for Tiny Tina's assault on Dragon Keep, a Wonderlands One-Shot Adventure. Overall, this standalone one-shot adventure has done what it set out to do and got me hyped for Tiny Tina's Wonderlands. They took one of the best DLCs of all time and gave it a platinum run that is pretty fun, all things considered. It does have a bit of a grind to it and some RNG that could frustrate some players, but it's not the worst I have experienced. The fact that they took a single DLC pack and found a way to modify it to deliver a full 30-hour experience shows just how meaty that DLC was in the first place. They don't make these DLC packs like they used to. Wonderlands is our next destination where we can do more dice rolling and looting. However, Borderlands 3 could be another potential Platinum Hunters avenue that we must venture one day. This wasn't how I expected to introduce Borderlands to the channel, but I'm glad I got to see old friends like Tiny Tina, Lilith, Mordecai Brick, and even Butt Stallion. Butt Stallion. That's never gonna get old. Thank you guys so much for watching. I mentioned it earlier, this is gonna be the last trophy guide for Platinum Hunters for 2021, and I'm gonna be back in 2022 recharged and ready to do some more trophy guide videos for some awesome games that I have stored in the backlog that I really need to get to. However, it's not the last video you'll see on the channel for this year. I'll have my Game of the Year video come up closer to the end of the year, and I'll let you guys know what I thought was the best game I played in 2021. So I'll see you in that video, and otherwise, happy holidays to all of you. I hope you guys have an incredible time off, or just get to sit down, relax, and enjoy some games. Peace out.